Welcome back to my channel, guys. This week we're going to strip down the frame, knock the head stem bearings out, drill the compliance plate, send the black stuff out to the powder coaters, the frame to the painters. We want to bead blast all the aluminium parts, so there's quite a large amount of stuff to be done in there, but that should be good fun. I want to call out and see the vapor blaster to see what he can do with those aluminium rocker covers and the clutch cover, so that'll be interesting to see what that looks like. I've got a heap of those cadmium plated bolts to sort out. So they're in the oven at the moment. They've got to be in there for 5 hours, apparently at 130 degrees Celsius. That stops them becoming brittle. And then we've got to organise them so I can try and remember where they all went. So we'll try and come up with a good idea to sort those out. And that's what we're going to do this week. That's both the ID plates removed. We'll knock out the head stem bearings now. Please excuse my hammer as well. It's probably not the best weapon for the job, but that's the only one I got at home here. I've had a really good look over the frame. I've made sure that there's no cracks on any of the welds, especially up at the head stem area where apparently that can be a problem on these earlier bikes. It all looks really good. I'll degrease it, give it a clean, have a better look over it, and then we'll make it nice and white again. Right, there she goes. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, it's way different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got a shine to it.
of that staining you had up here. The staining's almost gone.
A few more bits and pieces to send out to the powder coaters while we're at it, just the fairing stays. I'm also going to send the side stand bracket out. We'll drop the side stand switch off it. Okay, and also the side stand. While we've got the bead blaster out, I'll get this thing pulled apart, which means I've got to actually drill these fellas out, these tamper-proof bolts, and then we'll bead blast it and probably get this vapor blasted so it has that nice sheen to it and it doesn't look like this. So once you drill the head off the special bolts, you can easily wind the studs out afterwards. Here's our big pile of stuff for the day, all ready to load into the van to send out to the powder coaters and whatnot. All the stuff we're going to blast later on in this episode, but for now I'm going inside to watch the MotoGP. It's nice and early here this morning at the shop. Let's drop the garnet out, put the glass beads in and blast these parts. Here's the pieces that we want to blast. I've got to degrease them first, get all that greasy stuff off them, and then we'll put them in the blaster. Really keen to see how this piece turns out because it's really quite pitted. So let's clean these parts up and get them in the blaster. The parts have been degreased and scrubbed. We'll wash them off with hot water, blow them down and see what they look like. I've just received all the vapor blasting back from Daryl at Rusty's Specialised Blasting. It's come out very nice. These were very flaky and quite badly corroded. Now they're beautiful. They've got a bit of a shine to them, inside and out. So here's his details. He's just out of Bunbury. Very impressed with his work. We've got the bolts fresh out of the oven. There's a lot of stuff we've got to sort out here, nuts and bolts and washers. And how we're going to do that is to put them in this steel pegboard. We'll sort out how long they are, 6 or 8 mil. Try and make a plan where they will go. The brackets that we had plated, I never ended up baking those. I didn't see any reason to, so they're all sitting here as well. Okay, that's what we're going to do now. Going to get into it. We've roughly sorted the bolts out. What we'll do now is to try and figure out a method to stick them into the pegboard. Quick battery change. Just sorting out the bolts. There's like so many of these. So we've got our little bolt army happening. And yeah, time to hit the 6 mils. Ready? Yep. Well, that took so long to sort all these bolts out. Lucky I had Jed, my young bloke, give me a hand. We put them all in the correct length bolts and different style heads. We've even sorted out all the washers. But I think it'll make putting the bike back together far more easier. So thanks for the likes and comments on last week's upload. If you're not already, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next week.